And I truly believe that if I would have known how to do this a year ago, I would be 3 to 4 times ahead of the place that I'm in right now. I highly recommend that you do watch through the entirety of this part of the video, as I really do believe it can change the outcome of your e-commerce journey. I've spent over $17,000 on e-commerce related ventures in the past 30 days. This is the first time in my life that I've been able to take full advantage of opportunities that have presented themselves in front of me. Not long ago, I was not able to do that. And in this video, I want to show you exactly what I did wrong and what I believe is the single biggest mistake I've made in my journey thus far, and then show you exactly how to avoid that mistake so you can take advantage of opportunities just like I have this past month. I made a huge mistake not long ago. When I quit my job last March, I had just received my and I had a dropshipping business doing $100,000+ per month at a 30+% profit margin. With revenue like that flowing in and being used to a consistent paycheck coming in every 2 weeks, I didn't pre-deduct the cost of future opportunity from my earnings. Instead, I bought a Rolex and a $4,000 bed. Right after I had spent that chunk of money on non-necessity items, opportunities started to present themselves, but they all required a upfront investment that I no longer had: money. Realizing the mistake I had made, I offered my advertising expertise in the form of a marketing agency. Now I had the money needed to make that upfront investment, and opportunities started presenting themselves once again, except now they all required a different upfront investment that I no longer had: time. Those mistakes taught me about the two most powerful assets an e-commerce entrepreneur can have: time and money. I learned from my mistake and I made the changes. Now I only spend money on necessities: rent, health insurance, groceries, and I do have a bad habit of getting my daily cold brew, but that's about all I really splurge on nowadays. The one that I really struggled with though was time. I questioned, how can I allocate my time around opportunities I don't know how, when, or even if they present themselves? Fast forward 1 year and I have finally figured it out. This is how I plan for opportunity costs, and I truly believe that if I would have known how to do this a year ago, I would be 3 to 4 times ahead of the place that I'm in right now. I highly recommend that you do watch through the entirety of this part of the video, as I really do believe it can change the outcome of your e-commerce journey. This is planning for opportunity cost. The first step is to define an end goal. What do you really want out of e-commerce? What is the end destination for you? What would you be able to accomplish and say, I achieved exactly what I wanted with e-commerce? This doesn't have to be a static goal. Goals change over time. My goals today are not even close to the goals I had a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But what I want you to do right now is think of the most immediate end goal. Maybe it's quitting your job. Maybe it's achieving a $10,000 month, a $100,000 month. For this example, I'm going to use $1 million in profit. Next, you need to define possible requirements. You're not going to exactly know what these requirements are, but just try to do a really good job of estimating what it will require to reach that end goal. For $1 million in profit, some of the requirements might be $30,000 in upfront investments, whether it's inventory, hiring a team, spending at least 5 hours per day or 35 hours per week on the business, and an expert knowledge in Facebook ads. Next, define your starting place. Define where you're at right now today. So let's say I have $27,000 ready upfront for business investments. Maybe I'm still working a 9 to 5 and I could be a complete beginner with Facebook advertising. Now that you have these 3 aspects clearly defined, it's time to build your path. So here we have the start and then the path to the end goal. In the middle of the path, I'm going to list out the money requirements and also the time requirements that are going to allow me to take advantage of that end goal opportunity once it presents itself. First, I know I need to make an additional $3,000 in investment income based off that possible requirement of $30,000 that I just defined. Next, I know that I have to work my 8 hours at my 9 to 5, so that is a major time consumption that I do have to account for. And finally, I need to become an expert in Facebook advertising. Maybe that involves spending some extra cash on learning programs or just running some ads and spending some money with no return. It is also a time requirement just solely based on the fact that I'm spending time learning Facebook advertising. Now, when things present themselves, such as a new Rolex or $4,000 bed, or even these smaller clients that are going to require a lot of your upfront time, you can gauge how much that's going to detract away from you reaching that end goal. Although it might sound great to make an extra $1,500 or $2,700 a month with a marketing client, they're going to consume a large chunk of your time. That's going to take away from you learning Facebook advertising. And when that end goal presents itself, you're not going to have the Facebook advertising skills to jump on it right there at that moment. This is the mistake that I made when I was launching my marketing services under the agency. I took on a variety of clients and I started making good money, but when opportunities came, I no longer had the time because I had allocated all of it towards those clients. On the other side, you have things like a new car, a bigger apartment, materialistic things that take away the money and also prevent you from reaching that end goal. About 3 months ago, I implemented this exact thing into my life. I taught myself through trial and error how to plan and pre-deduct opportunity cost from my earnings. So this month, when opportunity presented itself, I was ready. I had the time ready and I had the money ready to jump on board and really go all in on the end goal that I've clearly defined for myself. If you're newer to e-commerce, maybe you just launched your first Shopify store and your ads aren't performing, don't think that this doesn't apply to you. If you continue growing your skills and putting in the time, you eventually will find success. And if you already understand how to pre-deduct the opportunity cost from what you're making, whenever something presents itself, you're going to be able to take advantage of it and really jump to new levels at a very rapid pace. I'm actually curious to hear what your end goals are. Right now, leave a comment telling me your most immediate end goal through e-commerce. I answer every comment, so even if you have a question, just drop it below and I will definitely be more than happy to help you out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before heading out, as I upload a video every single Monday, always focused on driving value just like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Dylan out.